Hey guys, and welcome back to Cultured Waist. I am going to be making waist beads today, and I'm going to be answering some questions about body positivity. So, just give me 2 seconds to find my questions. If you are new here, Cultured Waist is a waist bead company that is all about empowering ourselves through self-love, body positivity, and confidence. Give me 1 second. I just hit the live button and went live. How do I? Actually, you know what? Today we'll leave the products. But I'm going to be making some waist beads. Don't forget that you can add our waist beads to your showcase and make a 15% commission through our open collaboration. And if you are a TikTok creator, then you can actually make a 20% commission through the affiliate program. So you can reach out about that too. We have a video all about it on our YouTube channel. And yeah, I need to prepare. You can also get toolkits to make your own waist beads on Etsy. So I'll show you my setup. Of course, we've got some beading elastic. We have some scissors. We have curved beaded needles, which look like this. Oh, wait, can't even see it. They look like this. Let me hold it here. And then they open up like this, as opposed to normal needles which have the eye at the bottom. For these needles, the entire needle is the eye. And then we have tape measure, nice and retractable, so it's not always getting tangled. And beads. So I'm going to be making crystals first, which I need to go and grab from over there. And I always use clear beads when I make crystal waist beads. So just going to throw that into our bead spinner, which is another tool in the toolkit that I forgot to talk about. Because you can either get a manual toolkit, which doesn't come with a bead spinner, and means that you'll be putting each bead on individually, or if you want a mixed bead, because that's the only thing. If you want a specific pattern, then I would suggest to get the manual one. But if you want to just throw some beads in and let it turn, then you can get the the automatic. Okay, cool. That should be enough. I just need to go over there and grab my crystals, but please don't go anywhere. Oh, what's happened to my toe? Oh. So the first bead I'm going to be making, where's my book? It's here. Let me actually sit comfortably, otherwise my legs will go numb. Oh! The first bead I'm going to be making is a tiger's eye waist bead. So we have some crystals here. Tiger's eye. Actually, I should go and find out. 1 second. If I okay, I found my questions. Now I'm just trying to find the meaning of the tiger's eye. So I'm gonna get them ready. Guys, don't mind me. My brain is doing many things. Okay, so tiger's eye is a captivating gemstone. It's renowned for its spiritual meanings of grounding, courage, and protection. It is believed to help release fear and anxiety, promote mental clarity, and enhance personal power. Historically, it's been associated with protection from evil and has been used to enhance vision and insight. which makes sense because it's the eye of the tiger. I don't think I know that much about tigers, to be fair. Obviously, other than the standard, you know, parts of knowledge. But, you know, like with lions, I will focus on their roar, or with cheetahs, we'll focus on their speed. With tigers, I don't know what their special trait is. Maybe it is their eyes. Maybe they have like supersonic vision or something. I don't know. But yes, today I'm going to be answering some questions on body positivity. So let me get set up, start making the waist bead, and then I'll answer the first question. I hope that everyone is having an amazing day, whether you are live with us here or whether you are watching the replay on our YouTube channel. I'm having a good day. I woke up, I conked out yesterday because I had a bag of popcorn, and I shouldn't have, because I'm still recovering from my eating disorder. I knocked out and I woke up like 4 a.m, like I blacked out from my hangover. It was so funny. It wasn't even funny, but it was funny. Then I meditated, journaled, wrote down my dream, went to the gym, and then I remember I got back from the gym and it just started raining out of nowhere. And I was like, oh damn. And then the sun came out and I was like, oh damn. And so it's been an alright day. I think I was just excited to do the things that I wanted to do. So the Reddit video that I did today, and the Reddit story that I found was actually so like, it just reminded me to really embrace my culture, because the girl was talking about how her father and her partner was uncomfortable with it. And then I think for this, talking about body positivity is going to help me, because it's a journey, as with everything. Not every day do I feel body positive, or positive about my body, but I make sure, like, if I do feel a bit rubbish about it or like, I can address it. I can affirm myself to know that it doesn't have to be perfect, as long as I'm functioning and taking steps towards what it is that I want. So say, for example, if I woke up today and I'm really not happy with how my body looks, I know that I went to the gym, and so over time it's going to change anyway. So why stress, you know? Why bother? Okay, so that actually takes us into question 1. How important is physical appearance to you personally? And I think I've been on such a journey with this, because I never used to care about it at all at first. Wait, what is happening? Guys, it's not turning on. It's not plugged in. It's like my bead spinner's not working. Okay. I never used to care about my appearance. And it was because, I don't know why, actually. I think I didn't care about my appearance because I just thought I was ugly. So I was just like, what's the point? And because there was always some other stuff going on that I felt like was more important. So I never really used to put effort in. Or when I did start putting effort in, I think it was about what was trending and what was cool. Like with my hair, I used to get bullied in school for having natural black hair. And then I think when I was like 16, I started relaxing it, and then it started thinning out and all of those things. So I did care about my appearance. Let me not say I didn't care, but I think that was the afterthought. I think I tried to care, and so I did these things, but because they weren't true to me, I was like, I don't actually care about this, and then I just kind of left it. But now my physical appearance, I think it's an expression of myself. I think I'll invite co-hosts and stuff. I'll let people join after I finish what I need to do. But yeah, it's about me expressing myself and how I want to show up in the world and what you guys get to see. So like, even when I was getting ready this morning, this afternoon, I originally planned to wear my wig, And then I put on my scarf and I went out, and then I came back and I was like, I did my makeup and I'm bold right now, like skinhead bold. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. I should just do it without my scarf on. But then I put my scarf on because I like the color orange and I wanted to protect my crown, and it goes with the yellow and my earrings, and everything is like curated to the brown and bronze on my eyes and all of those things. And so even to this bracelet that I've got on, or it's not a bangle, we'll just call it a bracelet, but I'm sure there's a different name for chunky ones anyway. And so now I think that it's important to me in terms of how I feel about myself, and using it as a way to boost my self-esteem and boost my mood, and again use the colors and the styles and everything to highlight what it is that I want to feel or how I want to accentuate myself. Like with the top that I've got on now, it's quite big. I thrift a lot of my clothes, and so they don't always fit perfectly, you know. And when I planned my outfit, I was planning to wear it with a skirt and leave it over the skirt and baggy, and then when I went out I put it on with my jeans, and then I put my jeans over it, and that like it accentuates my waist and my figure. And then now the way that it's on is over my jeans, so you can't see my figure. Like all of those little things impact how I walk and how I move and how I feel. So I think physical appearance actually is kind of important, but not to the extent that it defines who I am or it defines my worth. I think it's something that's for me. It's a choice that I'm able to make. And that's shown through like my tattoos. That's shown through so many different things. When I first started Cultured Waist, the first campaign I ever did was called The Power of Appearance. And it was actually like me just having a bit of a moan, because I was like, a lot of people see me and don't expect me to be how I am. And I think that's in how smart I am, how calm I am, how creative and outgoing I can actually be, because they stereotype or they judge a book by its cover. And so from that external point, I think that the power given to appearance is ridiculous, because again, media controlled for a really long time what your appearance should be like. And so to me personally, my appearance is important, but not for other people. It's for how I feel about myself, basically. The second question says, have you ever felt the need to achieve a certain physical appearance promoted online? Yes. I'm not going to lie and say no. I think... Actually, let's pull it all the way back. When I was growing up, I was a chubby kid. And when I was 16, I started... Well, not even when I was 16. When I was like 14, I started putting on a lot of weight. So by the time I was 16, I was like quite big for my height and my body and all of those things. And then my uncle came out of jail and he just found it absolutely hilarious, and he was like, oh my God, you're a fat... I'm not gonna say bitch, but I said it anyway. And he started training me, but it was from this space of like self-hatred of, oh my God, like I'm actually a fat bitch, like my uncle said. And so it was very hardcore. I was very hard on myself. Even when I tried to do diets and stuff over time, it wasn't from a space of nourishing myself or wanting better for myself, wanting to be healthier. I was from this space of, oh my God, there's something wrong with the way that I look. And he wasn't the only one to say something about my weight. My grandma said something about my weight. My dad said something about my weight. And it was really getting to me. And that's actually what led me to make Cultured Waist, because when I first started it, it was so that we could all embrace how we look and how we feel about ourselves, and not shame people who look different to either how we look or how we think we're supposed to look. Because there's that fact as well of like, within the plus size community, comparing, oh well, she's plus size and she's curvy, oh well, she's plus size and her belly's still flat, oh well, she's plus, like there's all of those things. And It shouldn't be about that. The same way we each have one unique fingerprint, we each have one unique body, and it is going to go through changes and all of those things. So but back to the question, sorry. Have you ever felt the need to achieve a certain physical appearance promoted online? Oh yeah, so that was originally the influence before online influenced me. And then I think because I have a certain body shape where, yeah, my waist is smaller than my hips, and my hips are quite wide and blah de blah de blah. We will address that one in a different live, don't worry. But because I have that shape, I think comparing myself to women online who either just are really fit and look after themselves and the shape that they have, or they have gone to get surgery and stuff, I think I sometimes did like look at my body and be like, okay, my shape is nice but it's not perfect, and feel like it wasn't good enough. But then again, because I do so much work on how I feel about myself, I don't allow it to get to the point of like not feeling worthy because I don't look like what it looks like online. Again, I don't think there's anything wrong with me having a goal for my body, and sometimes that can be influenced by things outside of me, but that's just natural. Like, we're gonna be influenced, and it's about, again, being solid in our own self-esteem. The next question says, have you ever experienced any negative mental health as a result of comparing yourself? Most definitely. Obviously, this is specifically about body positivity and your appearance, so I think I have. I think, especially after starting doing music, that I started realizing things about myself that made me think, oh, I didn't get chosen for this because of my body, or I did get chosen for this because of my body. And that made me feel, it made me feel really small. It made me feel overlooked. It made me feel like everything that I actually have to offer, people aren't gonna be able to appreciate because they're looking at my body. Whether, again, they approved or whether they disapproved. And that was hard. So I don't think it was specifically to do with, actually no. I don't know. I don't think it was specifically to do with like women and their bodies themselves, because again, I kind of have in my mind solidified the fact that I don't need to look like anybody else. But I think, let's say there was an opportunity and they have to choose between me and someone else, I have to choosing between me and someone else. Sorry guys, my brain is fuzzled right now because of people. And I'm trying to think about this question seriously. Yeah, I don't think I actually compared myself to someone as in, oh, I wish I had their body. But I think I've compared myself in the sense of, oh, they preferred that person because of their body or something like that. The next question says, are you aware of the potential risks and damaging effects associated with cosmetic enhancements? And yes, I am. I've heard of people who have died from surgery. I've heard of people who have had serious health concerns because of surgery as well. And I think that for a lot of people, sometimes they don't do the research into what they're going after because they want to please. That desire to have a different body and be someone else is more than the desire to look after themselves. And then also on the side of like, over time, there's like obviously official things and then there's bootleg. And if you do something the cheaper way, there's going to be more risks associated. And that is really dangerous. So I don't know the specific risks and stuff because I've never looked at it. I think there's been like twice in my life where I was like, would I ever get surgery? When I was younger, probably liposuction. But I don't know in depth the information about it. So yeah. The next question says, how does emphasis on physical appearance influence the self-esteem of young women? I think that it can cause women to not value other parts of themselves. And so I'm not saying that they shouldn't focus on their appearance and love how they look, because of course that they should. But sometimes there's people who feel like because they look a certain way, it's going to get them where they need to go. Or it's going to bag them the husband who's going to take care of everything. And so they don't work on other areas of themselves. And it can also push people to do all of the external work on how they look and none of the inner work. And I've seen this in professionals where there was a lady who gave a talk about well-being, and one of the parts of her well-being that she spoke about was going to the gym and obviously working on your body and things like that. But then there was a situation where she stole someone's business from under them by pretending to be really close to them and then convincing the board of directors to kick her out. And that kind of showed me that she hadn't done any inner work on who she is, but she can present as if she's a good person. And so I think that if you make young women solely focus on how they look, then they don't actually get to tap into who they are and their unique potential and their unique value. And I think also the way in which the influence on physical appearance is to be one way. It doesn't really encourage people to be unique in their physical appearance. It's always like there's been one way in which you should look. There's one style, there's one definition of beauty, and there's not. That's just not true. And so yeah, it can be really hard. There's the Ray song where she said something, I don't remember which song it is, but she says something about a girl being only 12 years old and she's already comparing herself to women online or what she's supposed to be like. And it's true. I think I remember feeling like that as well. Even in my grandma's household, because there was my cousin who was touching not just me but other girls in the house, it created this competition between us, which was really, really toxic. And it's only as I got older that I understood how that impacted my relationship with other girls in my family, but also with other girls just in general in life outside. And that can be really dangerous. Are you aware of any alternative approaches to enhancing self-esteem and body images? And body image? Yes, of course I am. One of them is wearing waist beads, so make sure you come to Cultured Waist for your waist beads. Other ways are things like, not specifically gym, but moving your body, and I would say something like yoga, Pilates, things that make you slow down and be in your body and feel each part, including gym as well. But there's other ways. Another huge way as well is dancing. I think the freedom of movement allows you to embody so much love for yourself and so much appreciation for the different parts of your body and the way in which they move, the way in which they feel, and all of those things. And then of course just working on your self-esteem through how you talk to yourself, how you dress, and what you give yourself permission to wear. And that doesn't just mean giving yourself permission to wear barely anything. It could be giving yourself permission to wear bright colours, clashing colours, cultural pieces, anything that you want, to be honest. And all of them will help you feel more confident in your authentic self. as long as you know that what you're doing is for you. It's not for your family, it's not for your partner, it's not for your friends, it's not for social media, it's just for you. Are there any specific aspects of your physical appearance that you have tried to change? Yes, I'll definitely say yes. For example, cutting my hair off, that is like a huge one. And I think I'd changed my hair so much as well because of that element of wanting to change my appearance too. I've changed my body. Like I was telling my landlord earlier, I used to weigh 90 kg and now I weigh 65. And so I've lost a lot of weight over time. Is there anything else that I've tried to change? Yes. So the first tattoo I got was my little brother's name, and then the next tattoo I got was this one of a bird breaking free from a cage. And it was because, oh wait, it wasn't even that one. Basically I got raped when I moved to uni, and then I self-harmed, and I had like just these light scars on my arm, and so I put my tattoos over them I put a rose and a key over, and it was a reminder that like the beauty inside of me is the key to get me through all the doors that I need to go through. And that was a part of me changing my physical appearance as well. I think that's mainly it. I'd say it's mainly stuff with my belly, but I've always gone the hard working route so that I could earn it, and so that I could go on that journey with myself. I didn't really want a quick fix. And then, do you think there should be regulations in place to prevent brands from promoting false imagery? And yes, I really, 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 really do. And I think that the way in which images have been brushed up and perfected over time can force someone else who is maybe feeling a bit insecure to go online and feel like, oh my gosh, see, she's perfect. Why can't I be like that? And then beat themselves up. And then also, someone's invited me to a content day before for fitness, for a booty growing workout brand, but they're looking for girls who already have big bums instead of working with girls who are actually going to go through the program and see what changes that the program does for them. And that's dangerous because, again, it makes everyone feel like they need to have that one body shape, and you don't. Like, you can learn to appreciate what it is that you have. And I know that sometimes it's hard for people to hear that from me because they're like, oh, you can say that because you have a big bum. But I don't see that as an asset. I see that as a part of me being able to love my body. But if I didn't have it, when I was younger, I used to say, if I ever lose my bum, I'm gonna change my name because everyone knows Ebony to have a big bum, right? And then over time, I realized how childish that was because my body is gonna change. My sister used to have a big bum, and after she gave birth, she didn't have such a big bum anymore. And it's like, but you're still beautiful. And even so, your bum still does what your bum is supposed to do. I think we focus so much on how things look instead of the actual functioning of them. And that isn't great. So yeah, that is all of the questions that I had here today. I was gonna stay on live. I'm not sure that I'm going to anymore, just because having a little bit of a weird experience in my body right now. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I might stick around a little longer to bead. What else was I gonna do? I can do that off of the live. Oh, I wanted to play a game with you guys. There are 3 people here, and I wanted to play a flag game. So essentially, you will drop flags in the comments, and then I will let you guys know which ones. Well, I'll guess the flag essentially, and if I guess it right, I don't know. You have to spam me with likes. But even if I don't do that today, I'm gonna do that soon. yeah, if you want to know more about body positivity and self-love and confidence and how you can use your waist beads to help invite more of those into your life, then you can purchase the Healing with Waist Beads book, which is available on TikTok shop and on Amazon in Kindle form. Oh, I know this one. It is, I want to say Switzerland. When I was younger, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Stardoll, but I used to play Stardoll, and there was a game on it called Globetrotter, and so you guess all the flags, but I only used to play Europe. I don't know why, but I think this is because I live in Europe, but yeah. Let me know if I was right though. Either Sweden or Switzerland. Or Hungary. No, it's not Hungary. What flag is it? Let me know if I'm correct or not. No, it's the Isle of Man. Okay, no, I give up. How did I get it so wrong? I was so confident as well. Oh my god. Okay, before I play the flag game, I'm gonna go and do some research on some flags, and then I'll be right back. But don't forget that you can buy flag waist beads, and the more you guys buy flag waist beads, the more I'll be able to know and recognize flags. What is that? I can't see. Oh, there's nothing in the comment. Or is that an emoji? I can't see what that is. 1 second. And our tiger's eye waist bead is finished. Is that a flag? Why is it so small? It's like yellow and white. That's really weird. I don't know what flag that is. You're gonna have to let me know. I don't know if my phone has just made it like tiny. Hint, it's the smallest country. I don't want to cheat. My laptop is there. I could like Google it quickly, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to let you educate me. What country is it? I've never seen it before. What's the smallest country in the world? That's such a good question. And what's the biggest country in the world as well? Things to find out. Vatican City. Where is that? I've never heard of Vatican City in my life. Actually, okay, I've never heard of Vatican City, but I've heard of Vatican before. Where? I have no idea, but it'll come to me eventually. Maybe in a show or something. I'm not sure. Do you know what? I was going to come off live, but I'm just going to ground myself instead. Okay. It's with the cathedral and the Pope. It's around Rome. I'm gonna go find out about that. They said that the live has been restricted for one reason or another. So I'm gonna come off live now. But I had a really, really fun time with you guys. And I actually learned a little bit and identified 2 new flags. So I'm gonna make the rest of my waist beads. Please do follow me on TikTok. If you are watching this on the replay, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on TikTok. Take care too. It was really nice playing the flag game with you guys. And next time I'll be so much better at it. And yeah, have a great day.